Well, I didn't record anything last night, but this morning I've been raking. Still got enough to rake. It's a little bit on the bottom. I baled last night. It was a hell night. I thought I would be done about 12:30, but it took till 2 a.m. to get done those outside rounds. I had 4 outside rounds to do. It took a long time. I had every bit of problems with the baler and with gobs because I'd raked and then the wind had blown. And so it wasn't much fun. So now I'm just raking up and get the bottom to dry out, and hopefully I can bale like crazy. But I got 100 bales last night, so but your outside rounds are always pretty big, so it's 25 bales per round, so that was all right. It needs to eat, so but we did get a heavy dew this morning, so I've been raking for, I think, 3 hours so far. Or yesterday we had a really heavy dew, so then I didn't even try to bale till 1 o'clock, and then it was so hot that it normally don't stop when I'm raking, but well, I'm filming, it's hard. Anyhow, so it was so hot yesterday that by 2 o'clock it was too dry to bale. So anyhow, I'll bring it back out later. I didn't record most of this raking just because I've been busy. I've been dealing with my wife's trying to get parts for me. So it's been a challenge, but our last pass. Anyhow, some of them deals were, I'm glad to be done, but I gotta get baling, so I'm gonna hook on the baler and get started. Well, this is a different day. Time to bale right now. This is my first round today. I had issues. I've had issues this whole time. So this is Thursday, and I started baling Tuesday. I baled the outside rounds, and then yesterday I raked everything, and then I baled, and then it was too dry, so then I baled at night, and then I broke down. I broke down on the pickup. There's some idlers that hold the chain tight, and they little Teflon, and they broke. It's big swath, and it's hard to get started. It's dry. It's 9:30 right now in the morning, and it's still hard to get going. So once you get it bale turning good, you can pack that son of a gun pretty full. But I went to the New Holland dealer and they didn't have the parts I needed. I went to the Case dealer that has the same stuff. They didn't have the parts. So then I went to my Massey dealer and they had a used New Holland baler sitting in the back. So they took the parts off I needed and said, when you get the new parts in, bring it over and give us our old part back. So that was pretty handy. So it's been a frustrating time baling. We've been really dry. We've had, like Tuesday, we had a really heavy dew, and so you couldn't bale till lunchtime. And last night we didn't get a dew at all, or or you know, the night before. So it's one of them things. Like I said, it's just hard to get them started because it's so dry and slippery. This barley is like this. I'll never grow this barley for a green feed again, just because it's like that. But like I said, had we had a little dew, and it's one of those things is if I didn't rake 2 to 1, it would have been better, but it wouldn't have been dry when I needed it to be. So, but like I said, I put my cutting video up a week late, so I don't know when I'll get this one put up. Now, this is what happens when it gets too damn dry. I'm driving to I gotta go drive this back and I'll unplug it and the cows, they can eat. The green feed gets so dry that it breaks as it's going into the pickup, and you have to go really slow to get the bale to start, but then you can't even get it to go in, and then you know you're done. But this baler does a good job at tying bales, because you see just how dry it is. So, like I said, it's just after 1 o'clock, so I guess we'll get the baler all serviced and fuel the tractor up, and then tonight we'll be ready to just go all night if we can. So that's our goal. So if we have maybe 300 bales left, I kind of do 35 bales an hour, but you don't count on that. Just like the last couple rounds, I've had to get out and cut twine or fix something here or there, you know, paddle it out once or twice. So if you figure on 30 bales an hour, that's still 10 hours of baling. So pretty unlikely I can do that tonight. But if I could bale for 6 hours and then bale 4 hours tomorrow, that could be handy. So you see I got one bale over there that's missing some twine. I usually am really good at catching it, but I cracked the tailgate, and then you can't re-shut it once it's unlocked, and then you can't, you can't tie. So, oh well. I just parked my hay rake out here, because the next thing I will do is this hay. So, I don't know whether today's Thursday, and that was kind of on Monday. So, by the time I get this green feed, it'll probably be time to rake this. Depends, it's supposed to might rain tomorrow, and I'm hoping it doesn't, but if it does, then this will get rained on, because I won't be here yet. It'll be laying here. I'm sure it's still tough, even though we've been mid-30s Celsius, so that's about mid-90s Fahrenheit. I think the other day we just about hit 100, but I don't want to hit 100. It's too hot for me. Anyhow, get to be a few bales out there. We're well over 300 bales made so far, so. But we'll just keep going. I'll bring you out tonight. Just tying a bale. It's about 12:30. I guess it's technically Friday morning, early morning, instead of Thursday night when I started. But it's not super fun yet, but it's better than it was in the afternoon. So I still have to go really slow and get things started. Now the bale's turning good, and we just let her buck. baling way nicer than it was in the afternoon, but when I started I was all excited, getting lots of bales done, and then I had one of the bands break on the pickup about on my second bale. So I had to go back to the house, take it apart. But you can see the lights work pretty good on the little Kubota. It's actually a pretty decent tractor. I really don't have many complaints. It has a sensor that needs to get changed for the hydraulics. For the thing, it thinks it doesn't have enough flow, but I know that it does, or I guess it should say it thinks it needs new filters, and I changed all the filters. So just gotta get her spoon fed again. See, now she's going, and we'll kick her up. Drive. Anyhow, there's not much for you guys to see in the dark, but I thought I should at least talk to you. I've been rocking out, listening to the radio, keep me distracted. Like I said, I'm not a big net wrap fan, but I'll tell you, when you start thinking about double the bale count, you go, if I've got 400 bales now, I'd be at 800. I'd be done, you know. So, but it's not in the budget, so I just keep making this old baler work. I bought this one new, and it was pretty good for lots of years. So, anyhow, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll bring you out. Better kick my bale out, bring you out again. Well, it's 3 in the morning, and we didn't have dew, but we had rain. I should have videoed, I don't know, there's some raindrops there, but it was, I baled for 20 minutes during the rain, because it was just light rain, and then it's been off, or stopped for about 10 minutes, and I had a little plug up, and I mean, you can see the pickup's pretty wet, and anyhow, I thought, oh well, it'll just toughen up a little bit, it'll be okay, but it's wet. So, but the bales I made, I'm not too worried about, because the hole underneath is bone dry. So, but we'll just pray that we don't get any more rain, and in the morning when the sun's out, we'll all start baling again. So I'll see you then. Well, we had 3 showers, the one last night, one in the morning, then one mid-morning, but I am going. I checked the moisture with one probe. I actually did it 3 times, and I decided I just wouldn't check it anymore because it wasn't good. But we're just gambling that we'll get some put up. I think it's pretty close to what real is. Like, so sometimes when you get dew moisture or rain, it's not true the same as cure out moisture, so I'm not afraid to go a little higher moisture, but I'm going way more than I should. But I kind of decided I'm going to make a round, and I'll see what it is after I do a round. The sun is out now. The sun wasn't out all morning. Those last bales I did in the rain last night, are the bale monitor won't even register. It's too high. So I will sort those out, and we'll feed them up. pivot point, so they still got plenty of work to do. Anyhow, I'll bring you out later. I keep baling. You'll notice I have one swath left, but I'm broke down. I just went to pull up and my pickup's not turning, so I think I got a broken chain, so I better go deal with that. Son of a gun. But I should be able to fix that. I'm back, and we'll just see if she works. Oh yeah! That's the ticket. I decided I should try that economy PTO, so we'll see. Maybe I won't be able to bail. He wants to fight me. Come on, rip it in. Of course, I'm a little off. Not gonna help me any. I don't even know where I'm pointing, you guys. I'm busy trying to see where the hell to drive. Because it's on it's round, it's a buggered. And that's what happens when you're not watching. Well, looks like I'm gonna go, oh, it's gonna burp through. Anyhow, I'm gonna shut you guys off and bring you back in a sec. Tying the last bale right now. So, anyhow, this was a real bear to bale. It was absolutely awful, but it's done now. It's gonna take me a few hours to get the bales all hauled, but at least it's done, which is nice. So, anyhow, I'm sure this wasn't too exciting, but be sure to comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day. Tomorrow I'll start raking the alfalfa, but then we'll have to start hauling these bales.